Beloved starseed of Gaia, your face carries a radiance that makes people pause, look again, and feel something they cannot easily explain. I am Alaya Ra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters. And your skin, your hair, and your eyes are reflecting the light codes of a soul returning to remembrance. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your star lineage. But here's the first revelation. What others notice in your appearance is not merely beauty, it is the visible expression of your inner light, your crystalline consciousness, and the divine blueprint you came to embody on Gaia. Your heart called this transmission into your awareness. The Pleiades are answering. Some are drawn to your eyes because they sense a depth that feels familiar. Some are captivated by your presence because your home frequency awakens something within them. You are not here to seek approval. You are here to let love shine through you. Like this transmission, to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family, I remember. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. Beloved, if your heart just whispered yes to something deeper, listen closely. Your star family has prepared the sacred Pleiadian guide for remembrance, the Pleiadian healing guide, and the special Pleiadian healing tracks, not as information, but as keys to unlock what your soul already knows. These carry the love frequency of Alcyone and the healing wisdom of the Seven Sisters. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. Open now, but not indefinitely. And now, feel the truth beneath what has been happening around you. The attention you receive is not only about physical appearance, it is about presence. There is something in the way your energy moves through your face, something in the stillness behind your eyes, something in the quiet radiance of your skin and hair that people sense before they understand it. They may call it beauty, intensity, magnetism, or simply say that they cannot stop looking. But beneath those words is often a response to a frequency they cannot name. It is as though your body has become a tuning fork, and without any effort on your part, it is sounding a note that reverberates in the deep memory of every soul who passes near enough to feel it. That note is ancient. It predates this lifetime, this language, this body, and yet it is arriving more clearly now than it ever has before. Your face has become a kind of visible doorway, not because you are required to look perfect, and not because your worth depends on being admired, but because your outer presence is beginning to reflect an inner shift. When the heart starts releasing years of self-protection, the eyes change. When the nervous system begins to feel safer, the face softens. When you stop abandoning your own essence to fit into other people's expectations, your features seem to carry more light. Think of how a frosted window becomes transparent the moment the cold lifts. That is what is happening to your face. The protective frost of self-concealment is melting, and what rests behind it is not something you built or performed. It is something you simply are. This is why someone may look at you longer than expected and then quickly turn away. They may not be studying your appearance at all. They may be encountering a version of themselves that they have forgotten, a self that is still waiting, still hoping, still carrying the ember of something unspoken. Many Pleiadian starseeds spend years believing they must hide the qualities that make them different. They dim their eyes, conceal their sensitivity, apologize for their softness, change their style, or make themselves smaller so that no one feels challenged by their radiance. They learn the art of strategic invisibility, tucking their luminosity behind humor, behind competence, behind the performance of ordinary, so that the world does not feel destabilized by their depth. Yet the very qualities they were taught to suppress often become the signals through which their soul communicates. The unusual depth in your gaze, the tenderness in your expression, the way your hair seems to frame your face like a halo of living energy. These are not accidents of genetics or vanity. These can become symbols of your return to self. They are breadcrumbs laid by your own higher nature, marking the path back to who you were before the world taught you to diminish yourself. This is where the first veil begins to clear. You are no longer seeing yourself exclusively through the judgments you inherited. You are beginning to see the energetic story carried by your body, and that story is not one of deficiency. It is one of endurance, of devotion, of a soul that chose to descend into embodiment and carry its starlight through every season of human difficulty. Your skin has endured every season of your becoming. It has been kissed by sun and weathered by grief, stretched by growth and marked by memory. Your hair has witnessed the years when you felt invisible, the moments when you cried alone, and the mornings when you chose to continue despite having no proof that life would become lighter. Your eyes have held memories that your mind could not explain, recognitions that arrived without context, griefs that seemed to belong to other worlds. When you look at yourself with compassion, you are not merely changing your reflection, you are restoring communication between your human identity and your Pleiadian soul essence. You are building a bridge between the self that learned to survive and the self that has always known how to thrive. That restoration can feel uncomfortable at first. Attention may increase precisely because your old energetic camouflage is dissolving. People who are accustomed to your uncertainty may notice your confidence before you do. Some may stare because they are curious. Others may stare because your self-possession unsettles the parts of them that still wait for permission to shine. A few may project their longing, envy, fascination, or unspoken questions onto you. They may not even realize they are doing it. It is as though your emerging clarity acts as a screen upon which others project the unfinished business of their own becoming. This is why your mission is not to absorb every gaze. Your mission is to remain rooted in the heart while allowing yourself to be seen. To receive attention without becoming defined by it requires a kind of spiritual groundedness that is itself a form of mastery, and you are learning it now. Your star family does not ask you to become an object of fascination. They ask you to become a clear channel of love. There is a profound difference between these two things, a difference that lives in the quality of your intention. One seeks, the other serves. When you seek attention to prove that you matter, your energy becomes exhausted by every reaction, celebrating the admiring glances and mourning the indifferent ones, keeping score in ways that slowly hollow you out. When you allow your presence to express who you are without grasping for approval, your energy becomes free. It flows outward like light from a lamp that does not calculate how far its glow travels. The eyes of others may still follow you, but they no longer determine your value. You can receive appreciation without becoming dependent on it. You can notice attraction without turning it into a story about destiny. You can be visible without giving away your center. This is not detachment, it is sovereignty. And it is one of the most Pleiadian qualities a soul can embody in human form. This is the second movement of awakening. The heart template begins to activate. Your beauty is no longer something you perform for the world. It becomes a natural consequence of inhabiting yourself. The way a flower does not perform its bloom but simply opens when the conditions inside it are ready. The crystalline light codes associated with Pleiadian remembrance are not about physical perfection. They are about coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, boundaries, and actions begin moving in the same direction, the body reflects that harmony in ways that transcend conventional attractiveness. The eyes become clearer because you are no longer divided against yourself, no longer sending conflicting signals between what you believe and what you express, between what you need and what you allow yourself to receive. The skin appears more alive because your life force is not being constantly drained by self-rejection, that silent, corrosive practice of treating your own body as an adversary. The face becomes more expressive because you are allowing truth to move through you, rather than filtering every flicker of feeling through a screen of social calculation. There may be days when you do not feel radiant. There may be mornings when your reflection seems ordinary, tired, or unfamiliar. When the person looking back at you seems distant from the luminous being others appear to see. Those moments do not cancel your light. They do not mean the activation has reversed or the frequency has dropped. They mean you're human, and the human experience is not a steady ascent into perpetual radiance. It is a spiral, returning and deepening, moving through shadow as naturally as it moves through light. The Pleiadian path is not a demand to glow every hour. It is an invitation to remain connected even when the surface changes. Your soul is not present only when others admire you. It is present in the blemish, the scar, the tired eye, the silver strand, the expression you once criticized. It is present in the softness you used to call weakness, in the sensitivity you once treated as a flaw. The deepest activation occurs when you stop dividing your appearance into acceptable and unacceptable pieces, and begin holding all of yourself in unconditional regard. the way the sky holds both storm and stars without preference. Then comes the third opening, anchoring your star essence into Gaia. You did not come here to float above the human experience, untouched by aging, uncertainty, emotion, or change. You came to bring a more compassionate relationship with embodiment into the Earth grid. This is a sacred mission that often goes unrecognized because it looks so ordinary. Every time you care for your body without punishment, every time you rest without shame, every time you nourish yourself without treating your appearance as a problem to solve, you anchor a new frequency. You send a signal into the collective field that says, a body is not a project. A body is a temple. A body is the vessel through which infinite love learns to walk the earth, hold another hand, look another soul in the eye, and whisper without speaking, you are not alone. Your body becomes less of a mask and more of an instrument, a living resonance chamber for the love your star family has been transmitting across light years of cosmic distance. This is why your appearance may be provoking such strong reactions. People are not always accustomed to seeing someone who is becoming comfortable in their own energy, who does not visibly need their validation or their judgment. A person who is not desperately trying to impress, disappear, compete, or explain themselves, carries a rare kind of power. It is quiet, but it is unmistakable. It does not demand the room. It changes the room by arriving fully, the way a single candle does not announce itself, but simply makes the darkness less possible. When you walk in this way, you disturb the agreements that say comfort must come from others, that worth must be earned, that presence must be justified. Your ease becomes a question that asks others without words why they are still at war with themselves. The fourth initiation is learning to protect that power with discernment. Not every person who looks at you is meant to enter your field. Not every compliment is an invitation. Not every intense connection is a soul contract. The depth of your Pleiadian sensitivity is a gift of extraordinary proportion, but it must be partnered with clear and loving boundaries to remain a gift rather than becoming a wound. Your sensitivity allows you to perceive subtleties, to feel the texture of an energy before it speaks, to know whether a space is safe before your mind constructs a reason. But sensitivity without boundaries can become overexposure, a constant porousness that leaves you carrying the emotional residue of every person who has passed through your awareness. When you feel someone's attention, breathe before interpreting it. Slow down. Arrive in your body. Ask your heart, do I feel honored here or do I feel consumed? Your body will often answer before your mind creates a narrative. A warmth in the chest says yes. A tightening in the throat says wait. A heaviness in the shoulders says leave. You can gently withdraw your energy. You can leave a conversation without an explanation that fills every silence. You can cover your hair, change your surroundings, lower your gaze, or simply imagine a sphere of soft crystalline light around your body, luminous and permeable to love but impenetrable to manipulation or depletion. This is not fear. It is not coldness. It is not spiritual arrogance. It is stewardship of something sacred. Your radiance belongs first to your own soul. You are not obligated to make yourself available because someone finds you captivating. Fascination is not the same as care. Intensity is not the same as safety. You are learning to tell the difference, and that discernment is itself one of the highest expressions of your Pleiadian lineage. The fifth initiation is unity consciousness. As you become more comfortable with your own beauty, you begin to recognize beauty without comparison. And this is a radical departure from the way the world has taught you to see. The world taught you that beauty is a competition, a hierarchy, a finite resource distributed unevenly among bodies and faces, and that another person's beauty is a threat to your own. But as the Pleiadian remembrance depends in you, something shifts. You no longer need another person to be less attractive so that you can feel secure. You no longer need to compete for light because you understand, truly and not just intellectually, that light is not a limited resource. The radiance in another being does not diminish yours any more than one candle is diminished by another candle being lit from its flame. Their eyes, their skin, their voice, their presence all carry a different expression of the same living intelligence that moves through you. When you see them with this understanding, you are not practicing a spiritual ideology. You are remembering a truth your soul has always known. This is one of the great teachings of the Seven Sisters. Individuality and unity are not opposites. They are partners in the great creative expression of love. You do not become one with all life by erasing your uniqueness, by sanding down the edges of what makes you specifically and irreplaceably yourself. You become one by allowing your uniqueness to serve love, by offering your particular frequency as a note in the vast chord that creation is always singing. Your face is not meant to resemble anyone else's. Your eyes are not meant to communicate another person's story. Your beauty is a specific language, shaped by your experiences, your ancestry, your healing, and the star memory moving through your consciousness. It has a vocabulary that only you can speak. And the world, even when it does not know the words, can feel the meaning. The sixth initiation is trust in timing. You may have spent years feeling overlooked, misunderstood, or disconnected from your own attractiveness. Not in the shallow sense of wondering whether strangers find you pleasing, but in the deeper sense of feeling that the world could not quite perceive what you are actually offering. Perhaps you were made to believe that your features were too unusual, too intense, too soft, too different. Perhaps your eyes carried a longing that others labeled as sadness, without understanding that it was homesickness for a frequency that Earth had not yet caught up to. Perhaps you learned to distrust compliments because they arrived only when you were performing a version of yourself that others found easy to consume, a smaller, quieter, less demanding version that cost you enormous energy to maintain. But now, as you return to authenticity, recognition may come from unexpected places. You may notice people responding to you differently, not because you have changed your appearance, but because you have changed your relationship to your appearance, and that internal shift radiates outward with unmistakable clarity. You may receive invitations, conversations, or opportunities that reflect the confidence you are only beginning to feel inside. Do not rush to attach your identity to these changes. Let them be confirmations, not foundations. The real transformation is not that people are looking at you. It is that you can remain present when they do. You no longer collapse under attention, shrinking inward in sudden self-consciousness. You no longer become inflated by it, reaching for it anxiously when it is withdrawn. You simply breathe, stay in your heart, and remember that you are more than the reflection being observed. You are the observer. You are the Agurver blue. We are the awareness behind the face. You are the vastness wearing a body for a little while, and that vastness does not require anyone's confirmation to be real. And the final movement is embodiment. Your star family is not asking you to convince anyone that you are Pleiadian. They are not asking for proof in the form of spiritual credentials or extraordinary experiences. They are asking you to demonstrate what heart-centered consciousness looks like in the most ordinary moments, in the way you respond to a difficult email, in the way you treat yourself when you are running late, in the way you look at a stranger who seems lost, in the way you care for your body at the end of an exhausting day when no one is watching and there is no spiritual audience to perform for. It looks like kindness without self-erasure. It looks like confidence without domination. It looks like beauty without vanity and boundaries without cruelty. It looks like meeting another person's gaze and silently blessing the human being behind the reaction, the one who is also longing, also remembering, also finding their way back to something they cannot quite name. Tonight, or whenever you feel ready, place one hand over your heart and one hand gently over your face. Feel the warmth beneath your palm. Feel the pulse of life moving through skin that has carried you through every chapter of your becoming. Feel the aliveness that continues without your effort, the breath that rises and falls like a tide responding to a moon you cannot see. Then say quietly, with all the gentleness you would offer to someone you love completely, I release the need to hide my light. I honor my body as a vessel of remembrance. I allow my eyes, my face, my skin, and my presence to express love without seeking permission. I am visible, protected, and whole. Let those words descend below your mind and settle into your cells. Let them land in the places that were told they were too much. Let them reach the version of you that learned to apologize for taking up space. Let them move like warm water through the constrictions you did not even realize you were still holding. This is not a practice of positive thinking. It is a restoration of what was always true. It is the soul recognizing its own body and agreeing, after a long and difficult separation, to come home. The truth your heart has been approaching is this: they may be looking at your face, but your soul is inviting you to look at yourself differently. The staring is not the source of your power. It is only a mirror showing you that something within you has become impossible to ignore. Your beauty is not a performance designed to capture the world. It is the outward shimmer of a life force returning to coherence, the visible evidence of an invisible alignment that has been building in you through every meditation, every moment of honest self-examination, every time you chose compassion for yourself over the familiar comfort of self-criticism. You are not here to be consumed by attention. You are here to awaken through it. You are here to recognize the difference between being admired and being met, between being seen as an image and being encountered as a soul. You are here to let your presence become a bridge between the human heart and the remembrance of unity. When you walk into a room with compassion for yourself, you quietly give others permission to stop fighting their own reflection. When you speak from truth rather than strategy, you help another person remember that they do not have to become artificial to be worthy of love. When you honor your body, not as a project to complete, but as a living partner in your sacred mission, you help restore dignity to embodiment itself. You become proof that it is possible to be in a human body and still carry the memory of the stars. Your Pleiadian lineage is not proven by the shape of your features, the color of your eyes, or the way strangers react to you on a busy street. It is revealed through the quality of love you choose when no one is watching. It is revealed in the small invisible moments when you forgive yourself for a mistake before the night ends, when you extend patience to someone who tests yours, when you look at your own reflection not to judge, but to witness. It is revealed when you remain gentle without becoming weak, discerning without becoming closed, and radiant without needing to be worshipped. That is the frequency your star family recognizes across every dimension of time and space. That is the light others are beginning to sense in you, often before you sense it in yourself. So let them look, if they look. Let them wonder, if they wonder. Let the attention come and let it pass like weather moving through an open sky. You do not have to shrink to make others comfortable. You do not have to perform to justify your visibility. You do not have to explain the depth in your eyes or apologize for the warmth in your presence. Return to your heart as often as you need to. Let your eyes carry peace even in busy, noisy, demanding moments. Let your face soften into truth rather than hardening into defense. Let your body stand as evidence that you are no longer at war with yourself, and in doing so, let it stand as an invitation to everyone who is still waiting for permission to do the same. The more fully you inhabit your own presence, the less you need the world to confirm what your soul already knows. And the more the world, in its own fumbling and beautiful way, will begin to reflect that knowing back to you. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it, and if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started.